There's been some reverse trend recently where a lot of companies are going back on having implemented AI and getting rid of developers, and whether that's just a strategy or not. In either case, there are a lot of companies that are going back on their decision to go fully AI or partly AI, or in the cost of getting rid of developers. So here's an article that's kind of related to that. Why replacing developers with AI is going horribly wrong. It's an article written by Reki. For those of you that are new here, my name is Pascal and daily reread articles related to programming. So if that interests you, make sure to like and subscribe. Something weird is happening in tech right now. A senior engineer I follow online posted something last month that stuck with me. He had 15 years of experience, good salary, stock options, the kind of job people spent years grinding to get to. He quit voluntarily. Not because he found something better, because he watched his company fire 8 junior developers and replace their work with GitHub Copilot. Then watched management ask the remaining senior engineers to supervise AI output for the workload of 11 people. Then watched the code base slowly become a disaster nobody fully understood anymore. I've recently heard this is what Amazon is kind of moving towards, where senior engineers, their job is becoming more and more of junior engineers, just reviewing junior engineers' code, which could, and they're all free to use AI. So and I feel like this is one way this is going to happen, is that it's just going to be, they're just going to be overloaded. He said he didn't recognize the job. He left. And he's not alone. This is happening quietly across the industry, and most people outside tech have no idea. The numbers sound great until they don't. Here's what the headlines say. Salesforce isn't hiring software engineers in 2025 because AI gave them a 30% productivity boost. Meta cut thousands of engineers. Amazon cut 18,000 people. Companies everywhere are announcing that AI handles what junior developers used to do. The investors loved it. Stock prices went up. Everyone celebrated efficiency. What the headlines don't say is what's happening in 6 months later inside those same companies. The Stanford Digital Economy Lab published research showing entry-level developer employment for people aged 22 to 25 dropped nearly 20% from its peak. Tech unemployment jumped from 3.9% to 5.7% in a single month in early 2025. Internship postings in tech dropped 30% since 2023. So the pipeline for future senior developers just got destroyed, and nobody seems to have noticed yet. It's such a valuable thing to have junior engineers and grow them into, growing their talent, basically. Growing the in-house talent. The problem nobody thought through. Here's the thing about software engineering that executives making these decisions apparently forgot. Senior developers don't appear from nowhere. They were junior developers once. They learned by doing the exact boring boilerplate work that AI now handles. Writing crude code, fixing small bugs, working through problems slowly and making mistakes and understanding why those mistakes happened. A senior engineer at a major company said something that I keep thinking about. 4 years ago, he was that junior developers writing boilerplate code and being proud of every clean pull request he merged. He learned the job by doing the job. The companies cutting junior roles are essentially sawing off the branch they're sitting on. There will be a senior developer shortage in about 5 to 7 years that is going to be genuinely catastrophic. And it's entirely self-inflicted. If you don't hire junior developers today, you'll never have senior developers tomorrow. This is not complicated math. What's actually happening to the code? I want to talk about something more immediate though. What's actually happening to software quality right now? AI coding tools produce code that looks correct. It compiles, it passes basic tests, it does approximately the thing you ask it to do. What it doesn't do is understand the business logic built up over the years in a code base. It doesn't know why a certain decision was made in 2019. That seems weird, but was the right call for a specific reason. It doesn't understand the implicit contracts between systems that were never written down because the person who built both systems kept it in their head. Senior developers who are now supervising AI output instead of building things themselves are watching this happen in real time. The AI generates plausible code that introduces subtle problems that won't surface for months, problems that will take someone with deep context to diagnose. And here's the cruel part. The people with that deep context are the senior developers who are burning out supervising AI workloads when they leave, and many of them are leaving, and all the context also goes with them. The quiet exodus of people who knows things. This is the part I find most disturbing. The senior engineers are not being fired. The companies need them, at least for now, to supervise the AI output and catch the things AI gets wrong. But what's happening is that the job they were good at and enjoyed has been replaced by something that feels more like babysitting code than writing it. And I've also heard that when you fire people, I mean, this is an obvious thing, but I feel like it's kind of hidden in the more obvious fact. When you fire people, you obviously fire people and they're not coding, but also when you fire people, you also lose their domain knowledge too. So if they've coded it and if they're exactly knowledge like this, they hadn't written explicitly, then that gets lost. One engineer described watching new graduates struggle to land their first job, not because they lack skills, but because companies are asking why they should pay $90,000 for junior developers when GitHub Copilot costs $10 a month. So the junior roles disappear, the pipeline disappears. And the senior engineers who stayed are now doing 3 jobs: their actual work, reviewing AI output, and trying to hold together code bases that are slowly becoming less understood by any human being. So they're leaving voluntarily without waiting to be pushed. They are going freelance, starting small companies, moving into adjacent fields, doing anything that feels like real engineering again instead of AI supervision. The thing about understanding. Here's what I think is getting missed in all the productivity numbers and efficiency metrics. When a human writes code, even slow junior developers code, when a human writes code, even slow junior developers code, they are building understanding. Okay. They're internalizing how the system works. They're becoming someone who knows things. When AI writes code and human reviews it, something different happens. The human sees the output, maybe catches obvious errors, but they didn't go through the process of constructing the solution. They didn't hit the dead ends. They didn't make the mistakes that teach you why certain approaches fail. They reviewed something. That's not the same as understanding something. A developer who spent 3 years reviewing AI code has not become a senior developer. They've become a very experienced reviewer of AI code, which is completely different skill set. Which is very useful skill set, but I would say it's secondary to being able to program. When the AI gets something genuinely wrong in a novel way, the reviewer is going to struggle because they never built the mental model of how these systems work that comes from actually building them. The 84% number. Stack Overflow's 2025 survey found that 84% of developers now use AI tools in their development process. That's up 14% from when they started tracking it 2 years ago. That's not the scary number. The scary number is that 60% of employers fired new hires within a year as of 2024. Entry-level job postings dropped significantly. The people who need to learn by doing can't get the jobs that would let them learn by doing. So you have 84% of current developers using AI tools, great, but you have also no pipeline of new developers learning the fundamentals that would make them capable of catching AI errors 5 years from now. The current generation of senior developers learned to code when there was no shortcut. They understand why things work. They can look at AI output and know when it's subtly wrong. The generation coming up behind them is learning to supervise AI from day one, which is fine until the AI does something that requires fundamental understanding to catch. And then it's not fine at all. What companies actually need right now. I've been thinking about what the smart version of this would look like, because using AI for coding isn't wrong. The tools are genuinely useful. I use them. They save time. 100% agree. The mistake isn't using AI. The mistake is thinking AI output doesn't need deep human understanding to oversee correctly. The best software engineers right now aren't the fastest coders. They are the people who know when to distrust AI, who can look at generated code and say, this looks right, but something feels off and I know exactly where to look. That skill comes from years of writing code manually and making mistakes and learning from them. A senior engineer at a major company put it well. His role shifted from writing code to validating AI output, checking edge cases, finding security risks, and logic gaps that AI can't catch. He's not trying to outcode AI, he's making himself essential by leading it with judgment. Judgment, that's the thing you can't get from reviewing AI code. You can only get it from years of actually doing the work. Maybe as an output of this, as a consequence of this, maybe having a side project that is actively designed for us to learn these kind of skills is becoming more and more important. As in the full-time work in the company, being kind of using AI slop is being more and more acceptable. So yeah, maybe that's one of those things. The irony nobody's saying out loud. Here's the thing that keeps bothering me about this whole situation. The companies replacing junior developers with AI are dependent on senior developers to make that AI useful. Those senior developers learned by doing exactly what junior developers used to do. The companies are cutting the pipeline that produces the people they most need. And those people, the ones who understand things deeply enough to supervise AI correctly, are leaving because their jobs don't feel like real work anymore. So the companies are going to end up with AI they can't supervise correctly, maintained by people who learn to work with AI before they learn to understand the systems AI is supposed to build, in code bases that nobody finally understands anymore because everyone who understood them either got cut or quit. That's not efficiency, that's a slow motion disaster with really good quarterly numbers. Where this ends, I'm a student. I don't know everything about how companies work or what decisions make sense financially, but I know something about systems, and a system that destroys its own inputs to optimize its short-term outputs is not a stable system. It's a system that looks healthy right now and will look very different in a few years. The senior developers leaving voluntarily are the ones who understands this. They are not scared of AI, they're scared of what the industry is becoming, a place where deep understanding is no longer valued because AI can produce plausible outputs without it. Plausible output without understanding is fine until it isn't. And when it stops being fine, it will stop being fine in the worst possible way. In production systems, in critical infrastructure, in places where the AI generated something that looked right is not an acceptable explanation. That day is coming. The only question is whether anyone with the deep knowledge to fix it will still be around. Some of them are already gone. I think, I definitely agree with what this person is saying, and I feel like, and I hope, and I'm cautiously hopeful that this is the direction that we are kind of doing a U-turn towards too. So yeah, good news for us, I think. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.